This morning, my topic is hack yourself. Not what you would have said. I will only say hack yourself. And I'm returning to David Bayer's book, A Changed Mind, Beyond Self-Awareness, Rewrite Your Brain, Rewire Your Brain, and Reengineer Your Life. It's all in your power. It's under your control. Recently, I received an email, and maybe you did as well, that said, I have been hacked. Do not open the email from me, and don't send any money. Have you all gotten that email? It means that someone is impersonating you. And you probably don't know it until somebody says, why did you send me that email? And why did you just ask me for $10,000? Reverend Rick, are you crazy? No, I'm believing. I'm believing right now. It comes from your email address and it comes with your signature on it, but it is not something you have done. Someone else is in control of the communication. Horrible thought. Someone else, an imposter, is representing you. Often it is a program that's on your computer or on your phone, and it looks like you, but you are a victim of the imposter. And sometimes things shape us, and we don't even recognize it. We don't even see that it is shaping us. And sometimes the program that is running on our operating system just struggles for control over our lives. Have you ever had an internal struggle? I want to slap you, but I'm struggling not to. Because I know it's not right, and I might be on video, and I might have to answer to it in the future. But I'm struggling. There's something struggling in me to take over. I am whole, perfect, and complete, but I remain defensive, angry, and miserable. It is not your bank account. It is not your relationship. It is not your health, your career, or your circumstances that force you into these things. It is the quality of the wiring that is in your own experience. It is the script that you are writing before the characters ever even enter the room. You are writing the story. You are writing the story as we speak. And you want to consider that this morning that maybe that can change. Maybe the misrepresentation that you can be in control of the communication because you are in control of your own mind and your own email. It's all in your mind. That's where the control is, in your mind, not your brain. Your brain is the hardware. Your mind is the software. Your mind is the presence of consciousness. It is the place where we experience and understand the divine. It is the place that says, don't slap her. Don't do it. Don't slap her. Don't do it. That's consciousness. Because if you wanted to on your own, it would have all been over already. The mind is the operating system, and it is running on top of the brain. You came here with consciousness. Haven't you met a baby? And have you ever noticed you don't have to train a baby to say no? Or mine. Don't have to train them at all. No matter what language they speak, they know exactly how to say no and mine. So we come here with a personality, but people and life, and we respond to life in such a way that we are rewriting the experience. We have been hacked. You didn't know that you were adopting what was being taught to you. You didn't realize you had changed your behavior because of what someone said or what someone did or because you were angry. You didn't recognize that you did that, but you have been hacked. You are acting like you are in control, but it is the other people that are in control. Not you. You have been hacked. And all of these things we call limiting beliefs. And they are running in the background of your life right now. And guess what? We can all see it because it comes out of us all the time. And David Bayer calls this, you need a mind hack. The realization that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of the interpretation of them. It is how we interpret them and the experiences that we have in life that determine how we are going to behave and how we understand it. Haven't you understand? You can get through anything once you understand the meaning. I suffered, I went through, I don't understand why it happened. Was it my fault? I'm not sure. But once you have meaning, you can have peace about it all, and you can make decisions for yourself, and the people who have abused you, taken advantage of you, are no longer making the decisions. You got to hack yourself. Changing your mindset is a form of inner hacking. It is the art of slipping beneath the surface of our own thoughts and experiences and finding the code that is underlying our experience. Because most people live inside of their mental programs they have never written. They are hand-me-down beliefs. They are inherited fears. They are the operating system that has been installed in our childhood or because of our disappointments in life. And these programs run automatically, shaping our decisions and our actions and how we feel about ourselves. We are not in control until we decide to take control of how we feel about ourselves. So mindset hacking is when you finally pause long enough to notice that there is a glitch in your operating system. You have to ask yourself, and you think, why do you react that way? Why do I keep repeating the same thing? Why does this belief I still maintain, but it is hurting me at the same time? It is those moments of awareness that are like discovering the back door to your own system. And once inside, you begin exploring the architecture. You find your core beliefs, your mental loops, and your emotional triggers. Oh, have you ever understood that you're emotionally triggered? Oh, yeah, you are. I can see your faces. I can always tell when I emotionally trigger you. I can tell every time. You trace the pathways like a curious engineer. You're looking for the wires and how things are going on and why we do the things we do, as difficult as that can be at times. And you find out that there are outdated scripts running in your operating system. The idea is that I am not enough, or I'll never make it, or things don't work out for people like me. These are all the scripts that have been given to you, and we have adopted them as truth without being aware. You have been hacked, and you don't even know it. It wasn't necessarily malicious. It's just an old idea. And any idea or thought that you've had, you can replace it with one that you wish to. Hacking is the moment you stop accepting those scripts as truth and start editing them, and you rewrite your own code. Who is in control of your operating system? Are you in control, or is your hacker? You replace fear-based commands with ideas of empowering ones. Yes, I can. You patch vulnerabilities with compassion. You install updates that foster creativity, courage, and possibility. You debug the emotional viruses that once hijacked your reactions. You build firewalls around your peace. Have you ever had to protect your peace? Lately, I have had to protect my peace. Where things come left and right, and you go, where did this come from? Why is this happening? I did not create it, and do not think that you create everything in your life. You are absolutely not that powerful. You think you are, but you are not that powerful to create every experience that you are having in life. No, you don't. You create your meaning for what happens in your life. And slowly your system starts behaving differently once you recognize this. Not because the world has changed, but because we have changed the operating system. The world can do whatever it wants to do. What is going on in me is the important thing. And mindset hacking is not rebellion, it is a reclamation. It is recalling back the power that I have given away unaware. It is the sacred act of becoming the architect of my inner world, rewiring and rewriting the software of my life, and finally aligns with who and what I want to be. You don't get to choose who and what I am. I get to choose. Whether I'm right or I'm wrong, it's my decision. And when you realize that you have been hacked, You will stand up and say, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm not going to think like this anymore. I can live life differently. I can live life victorious because I have the power to make it so. And when hacked, we come to live, when we've been hacked by something else, we start living inauthentically. Have you ever known anybody just phony? Fake. What we do in we call it spiritual bypass. The people that spiritualize everything. Oh, well, just praise God. You know, it's all good. No, it ain't. On my gravestone, they're going to write, no, it ain't. Because you know how I feel about that. Operating from the effects of life, operating in the world of effect, rather than operating from cause. Because cause is the power that you have that you get to decide how you want to live and how you want to think. Don't worry about your living, worry about your thinking. Your living will catch up with your thinking. If you're waiting for your living to change before your thinking changes, you won't even notice it changed. You'll still be looking for the wrong thing. I have one purpose this morning, and that is to get you to recognize to stop living your life from the outside in, that you need to live your life from the inside out. And how do you know what is inside of you? Look at your life. This is the awful thing about spirituality. If you want to know how you really think about life, look at your life. Look at my life. That's exactly, no matter what I say, what I really believe is how my life is. And we need to adopt the spiritual principles that lead to this abundant life that we can have. We need to move from the primal state to the powerful state. Not just living off of my feelings and my reactions, but taking authority over my thinking and my life. And it's all about making a decision. We started this last week. A decision is a belief, and it is in control. And turn on your new ideas of understanding. We must then determine the difference between wanting and deciding. Wanting is a passive experience. I hope this works out. Wanting keeps one foot in your current experience and one foot in the other. Always able to backtrack whenever you need to. You can turn back faster. Nobody even noticed. I was here, then I was here. Nobody noticed. And here is the hidden tragedy of wanting. It only broadcasts that you lack. It just broadcasts that you lack. And when you want something, you know, to the level of your being, everything in the world starts conforming to what you are looking for. But we want to take power over this experience. Now, a decision is different. A decision is a door closing behind you. It is when you step over and close the door behind you. I will not believe this about myself any longer. I have decided to live differently. In fact, the word decide in Latin means to cut off. To cut it off. Cut it off so that it can no longer live. You can't backtrack whenever you feel like it. When you truly decide, you cut off every other possibility. All possibilities exist for us, but you cut off the ones that you don't want to manifest. Think of someone you do not agree with, at least one of your neighbors if you need an example. No matter what you say, no matter how obvious you believe it is, they still believe incorrectly. They're just wrong. That's what we think. We may not say it out loud. They're just wrong. Even though it is obvious, right? It's not obvious when you're looking for something else. Because when we decide, we stop making excuses for our own negotiations. Where in your life are you wanting when you need to decide? Are you wanting a better relationship and quietly keeping the exit open? Are you wanting a business to succeed and at the same time you're hedging on your commitment? Are you wanting peace and you're still nursing that old hurts and pains that you have experienced in life? So the first hack of the mind is to make a decision. So hack your mind or hack yourself and decide. Change your thinking and change your life. Your life will organize itself around the certainty of your decision, just like filings will attract itself to a magnet. Hack yourself by making a decision. Now, a decision without clarity is just noise. It's just noise. So the second law of life in hacking is clarity. Most people can tell you in exhaustive detail what they do not want. They can tell you the whole story. And if you ask them about their frustrations, they can talk for an hour and not even take a breath. But ask them what they want and you will get dead silence. Because we don't want to say, we're afraid to say what we want because it might not happen. Or maybe you don't think you deserve it. But think about how much you can list your frustrations and your anger. And we can all look at our lives, just look at what we've said in the last 48 hours. How much of it was complaining about something else rather than affirming the truth in your life? Ask them what they want, and they can't give a representation of what it is. This is the thing about being a practitioner, which I absolutely love. And no frills with me. When you walk in the door, I go, what do you want? You got an hour. You got an hour to think about it because you haven't thought about it. You can tell me everything you don't want in your life, though. So take what you don't want in your life and flip it because that's exactly what you want, I think. But this is our mind continues to reproduce the things in life that we are looking for because the operating system is operating because you've been hacked. And you have to hack yourself to get beyond it. You were not designed to wander through life thinking about something better. You were designed to move with precision toward a decision that you have named in life. So change your life and start becoming specific about what you want to experience in your life. Not that I just want more money, but I want to be debt-free and graciously giving a year from now. Make it a SMART goal, as they say. Set your intention, what you want to manifest. And every time you give a goal a date, you then trigger yourself to move in that direction. Fuzzy dates, nothing will happen. I can tell you today, all I have to do is tell everybody, we're going to clean up. You got a month. And everything is going to go if it's not taken care of in a month. And all of a sudden, I've waited a year, but it can clean up in no time flat because they do not want me to throw their stuff away. Or have Tom throw it away. But it's just we need a date. We're going to. My life is going to get better. I'm going to manage my money better. I am going to do this. I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. How long have you said that to yourself? Has it been years? It's not just that you want to be happier, but you want the texture of your life that you're building to be different in a language that is so clear that somebody doesn't know you can understand exactly what your goal is. Clarity is not a luxury for the few. It is the on-ramp for everyone who is tired of arriving nowhere in particular. I just learned recently, I have auto drive in my car. And so let me tell you, though, Agador is the car's name. And that's another story. But you cannot set a designation in Agador and tell it to self-drive, and it will start driving. I said, Agador, where are you going? I didn't tell you to go anywhere. You know what it does? It based off of the habit of your driving in the past. And sometimes that is how we operate in life. We haven't set a designation at all. We're just reacting and wandering around, and we can't help but following the same pattern that we have already traveled before. We have institutionalized it in the software. That's exactly the way it is. Where are you going? Are you clear about your destination? That is your decision. You have to hack your life with some clarity. Now, Now I'm going to get on your nerves, if I haven't already. Your complaining is an addiction. And it is the most accepted addiction that there is in society. Everyone validates it, right? Complaining and complaining. But every time you complain, you are rehearsing the story of lack, and your subconscious, which cannot distinguish between a dream or the reality, will make sure that it produces the same thing for you every time. If you buy a red car, next thing you figure out, where are all these red cars coming from? Do you think everybody went out and bought a red car because you bought a red car? No, it's what you're paying attention to. You see what you are paying attention to. It is the closed loop of our experience. And how do you stop the complaining? With gratitude. That's where your power is. It interrupts the pathway that is running on automatic, on the hacked experience. It will change your direction if you become grateful about your experience. Not a platitude at the end of the day that I'm grateful that the sun came up and, there was no rain. Not that. But the architecture of your thinking. Whether or not you are thinking about your life as a grateful experience, that you should be grateful that you breathe and you continue to live, and that your heart beats without you thinking about it, and that you can go to sleep and you remember to wake up. You ought to be glad, because some people went to sleep last night and did not wake up this morning. Are you grateful for the architecture in your entire life, that everything that you experience is designed to bless you or educate you? And it's just whether or not you pay attention to it. Our mind is trained to scan for the things that it's familiar with, that it always has been familiar with. And the mind is just trained to scan for it. It looks for everything. My mother used to say, some people see a devil under every bush. Everywhere they look, there's something sinister and malicious going on. I see a few other mothers out here. You're not, if you look at life in a sinister, malicious way, you will see it everywhere. You don't have to go far. No matter what someone says to you, you can make it something that is unpleasant. But it is gratitude that changes your complaining into a whole new experience. You need to hack your complaining. Not that science of mind people that go to CSA complain. We call it telling our truth. I am telling my truth, and I have a right not to listen. Now, watch the final thing. The most important thing is when you complete the sentence, I am. What is your self-declaration about yourself? Not what you say, but what you think. If you think I'm terrible about money, what does the law say? Yes. I'm good with money. Which one do you want? That's always the question. And every time you say I am, you are describing yourself. You are instructing yourself. You are giving yourself an instruction about your life. Don't blame everybody else. If your declaration about yourself is not healthy, it's your declaration. Decide differently that you want it to change. You're giving your subconscious mind a command, and it will move heaven and earth to prove that it is so. So imagine and evaluate your language this week. How are you completing the sentence, I am? Hopefully it is victorious. Every time you say I am, you are creating and writing a contract with yourself. It is determining how this will play its way out in my life. So you have to hack yourself by changing what you say in your I am experiences. Now, the whole of the matter is that everything that is going on in your outer world does not only need to only educate you, it should not control you. If everything that we do as a reaction to the experiences that we have in life, we will be stuck in a meaningless experience. But we can decide that I'm going to take the power over my life today, not tomorrow. I challenge you with this every week. Don't procrastinate on making your life better, that you would leave here with not a commitment to making your life better. You have wasted your time being here. Eventually you'll get it. But don't wait till your life has totally fallen apart, like this author's life had fallen apart, before you are willing to make decisions about your own experience. You change your circumstances only after you change your state of being, how you think and how you arrange your life in your own mind. Don't just be inspired today, make a decision. Decide with clarity what you are building. Starve the complaint with gratitude and guard your I am as if it is sacred, because it is. You have to recognize when you say I am, that you have made a claim and a declaration about your own experience. It reveals your identity and who you are, and it tells everything about what you really think. Go and hack yourself. Don't just continue to operate by the systems that have invaded and you've been hacked with. You have to decide that, yes, I can renew my mind and renew my circumstances. So I came to tell you that it is not what happened to you that makes the difference. That's not the difference. You are not defined by your setbacks. You are not your worst decision, your leanest year, your daddy's doubt, or the voice that told you you would never make it and you will never overcome. You can make a decision today that all of it was not true, because I have decided that I will live in victory. Stop complaining and start thanking the divine for what is becoming to be true in your life. Because all you have to do is just turn in the direction of where you want to go, because you were in the direction of where you didn't want to go. We had set that destination already. Change your thinking and set a new destination. Watch what you think. What you say comes out of your mouth. And listen to yourself sometime. Are you clear about what you want to manifest in your life? And before you leave here, put your hand on your heart and make a commitment to yourself. Not to me, to yourself. That I will live victorious. That I will take power over my life, over my decisions, over my ideas, over my experiences, and I have decided my life will be, and you fill in the blank. And so it is.